I've seen things you people wouldn't believe.
All right. Welcome back, everyone, to episode 79 of the Best Thing We've Seen podcast. My name is Flo.
And I'm Gabe. How are you?
I'm okay, man. I'm okay. We just talked about it. It's the heat plus the aftermath of alcohol is not a good combination. But we're doing it. We're doing it.
We're still young. I mean, I think we're supposed to
Still young.
drink alcohol, make irresponsible decisions.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like now, I mean, I do not condone people doing the most abhorrent, stupid fucking shit just because you're drunk, like pissing in somebody's apartment or something like that. But if you're gonna do it, it's better if you do it when you're like 20 than when you do
make
it
it
when
sound
you're
like that's
40.
what we did. What are you talking about?
Of course, that we're the most civilized drunk people ever.
Yes. We listen to jazz music and swirl whiskey.
Yeah.
Right?
Talk about the economy. It's all shit.
No, we gotta, because all those months and years that we're losing due to COVID, we gotta, now the few weeks that we can actually go out, we gotta make the most of it, right?
Yeah,
that's
sure.
That's how I
Yeah.
feel.
I mean, a friend of ours finally came back from England, and it's, oh no, I guess Spain now. She's been all over, but now she finally came to visit. It's been a great opportunity to meet some people who we haven't seen for a long time. It's been great, except for the fucking heat, where you feel like you're about to die the next day. And whenever you go out, you're fucking drenched within 2 minutes and feel like you need
Speak
to
for
take
yourself.
your fourth shower. I don't know. Okay, I'm sorry. I guess I'm just a sweaty fucking person.
Yeah. I've always said this about you. How you doing otherwise?
Otherwise, I'm doing fine. I don't know. I don't have a lot going on right now since it is vacation or holiday. Summer holiday. And I'm feeling good. I am slowly running out of things to do, except for watching fucking 8 out of 10 Cats Does Countdown, since you recommended it to me, and I can't stop watching it.
Well. I mean, I literally met because that's very interesting, because last night I met a friend, and that's the guy that I told you I was watching it with.
Mm-hmm.
So now 24 hours later, you telling me that you started watching it. Very interesting.
Yeah. I mean, we talked about this like
I remember.
3-4 days ago. I don't even remember. And I mean, yeah, it's the same guys that are on pretty much every British quiz, TV, whatever show. And they're always fucking good. And I do love the banter. Rachel Riley is great. And Jimmy Carr's got the best laugh in the business.
Yeah. Are you watching like the old ones?
I think more of the newer seasons, like 2019, 2018.
Right. I told you the joke that because we met Jimmy Carr once, and we both, or I didn't do it, but I thought it was funny because my friend, he was like, I'm going to ask him for Rachel Riley's number. We didn't get it.
Well, she is married, so.
No, but this was 5 years ago.
Okay.
Where she wasn't. Not that would make any
then you
difference
would have
whatsoever.
Had a shot,
Yeah. No, she's great.
Anyway, how are things in terms of watching things? Did you watch anything great? Anything
It's
new?
a weird week.
Yeah?
It's a weird week. And we've spoken about what we're going to talk about and what not.
Mm-hmm.
Because we have a special coming up. So I kind of want to talk about some things that are coming out now and next week. But on the other hand, we're saving things for in 2 weeks' time, because we've seen things that are going to be out in 2 weeks, and you still haven't seen one thing that I have seen that we're going to talk about in 2 weeks. So it's a bit of a strange week. But we've been all over the place with release dates too, with like Penguin Bloom, because I thought that was out, and that's coming out now. So who cares, right? We're going to talk about a few things that are out for you to see. And the really, really good ones are going to be in 2 weeks, I think. I can definitely say that. Yeah. But it's been a weird one. I don't know. Actually, this is going to be an interesting episode. You told me you got 4 things, right? So
exactly, yeah.
I have 4 things too. But I don't even know where to begin. Do you want to just tell everyone how the show works, and then let's I think it's my pick first, but I don't know if you have anything to start with. I would be happy to follow your lead.
Yep. What is it? Yeah. No, I'm sorry. Didn't we end with Minari the last time? No, sorry. We started and then we moved on to. Yeah. Okay.
You wanted me to start, but it was actually you last week.
Oh, okay. Well, welcome back to another regular episode where we don't have a clue what we're doing. And here we talk about the best thing that we've seen all week. Anything new, anything from a TV show to a movie to maybe even a YouTube video. Anything that came out in the last 6 months or so. We try to stay,
current.
Current, that's the word. Thank you so much. And not talk about too many things that are still to come. So there are some things that we're still saving. But yeah, I think there are a couple of interesting things out there. I gotta say, this wasn't an easy week for me. Mm-hmm. I kind of pulled something out of my ass for this.
Nice.
Since I have seen a few things, but none of them like blew me away like the last couple of weeks.
Yep.
I don't know, how was your week? Did you enjoy the things that we saw together and the ones you saw on your own?
We'll get to it.
Okay.
But if it's okay with you, I actually looked at my notes and I could start with one that I think that would be a good starting point if that's okay with you.
Yeah, sure.
So a film that I saw 2 months ago in the sneak is now coming out, which is The Hitman's Wife's Bodyguard. Mm-hmm. And I know that you don't want to watch this, right? Even though I think you actually enjoyed the first one more than I did.
I did. I think I did. It's been a long time. I think it was simply just better than I expected it to be, and that was enough for me.
Well, it was lovely because I think, if I remember correctly, this was the first sneak back for me, and maybe even like for the cinema too, like after the latest lockdown. And for whatever reason, they decided to show us this film, which wasn't out for another 2 months. And maybe they decided that was the treat for us. I don't know, but it's a fun action comedy. I mean, it literally is that. I didn't really love the first one. I actually think I preferred the second one, but maybe that's because I knew what I was gonna get myself into. I knew what to expect, basically.
Sure.
So Hitman's Bodyguard, that's the original. That's Ryan Reynolds and Samuel L. Jackson and also Salma Hayek, who has now got a bigger part in the sequel, which is Hitman's Wife's Bodyguard. Is the plot interesting in this? I mean, it's people saving each other, and throwing banter between them, and having fun.
Yeah, I mean, is it pretty much more of the same?
Yes.
Like from the first
Yeah.
entry in the, I don't know.
In the series?
In the series, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, there's room for another sequel if they,
Is there? I mean,
sure, yeah.
As long as it makes money, I guess.
Yeah, I don't know when this came out in the States. I don't know if this made money. But, I'll say this, it has one of the weirdest cameos, or maybe not cameos, but like reveals of an actor. Like halfway through, there's hints of another character coming into play. And the whole time you're like thinking, oh, who could that be? Right? Who could that be?
Mm-hmm.
And then when that person enters the room, it was literally like the whole cinema was like gasping and laughing because it is so absurd. And
Christ, who is it?
That was a really, really, really good. And I really don't want to give this away because it's like came out of absolutely nowhere.
It's just like Paul Giamatti or someone.
No, it's funny because of the character that person plays too. Not just like Tom Hanks appearing in this film. It's like
sure
the character that he portrays too. And Sam Jackson's reaction to him is great.
Is it somebody from the Quentin Tarantino cast?
I won't say.
Okay, that's a yes right there.
Okay, it isn't, but
okay. It is for me.
Yeah, I think you would definitely enjoy this more than even me. I thought this was a fine action film. We had fun watching it, but that's about it. There's a couple of fun scenes. Frank Grillo's in it from recently Boss Level, who I really like. He's got like a small part as a detective or whatever, and Antonio Banderas is the villain who wants to wreak havoc, and
okay.
Sam Jackson and Ryan Reynolds, whose characters don't really like each other, they have to stop, and Salma Hayek's character, they have to stop Antonio Banderas, and it's great, but so forgettable too. Like I saw it 2 months ago, and yeah, I mean, I could now. The more I talk about it, the more I remember. But this is one of those films that, yeah, I don't think I'll ever watch again. But it was fine for what it was.
Sure. I think I would have probably enjoyed it if I had seen it in the sneak, but I'm not like actively gonna seek it out, especially while it's still in the cinemas. Maybe if it's comes out on Netflix or Prime or whatever.
Yeah,
I'll check it out.
It's a good watch for that. I would agree. But I think it is out this week in cinemas.
Okay.
I hope. I don't even know what. I think the German title is like Killer's Bodyguard, which is just another great translation.
Yeah, I mean, I am still so weirded out by fucking English titles getting translated into German, or better yet, just getting another English title that doesn't make it any better.
Yeah.
I don't know who's behind that.
Yeah, it comes out on the 26th. So when the special episode airs next week, we won't be able to talk about it. So, yeah, in 2 weeks' time.
Oh, perfect, yeah.
But speaking of German titles, my favorite is still the movie After.
Mm-hmm.
And in Germany, they decided to add passion to it. I mean,
After Passion?
Right. Yeah.
Sure. I don't know.
That's
Maybe
the funniest title to me. Why? I mean, let's not,
Maybe
sure.
because the German word after means,
But if you add passion to it, it doesn't make it any better. That's what I'm saying.
That's fair.
Yeah.
That's fair.
That's exactly what I'm saying. This is the humor you're listening to, by the way. But this is still, every time I see it, it makes me laugh.
Yeah, I don't know who fucking is behind that. Maybe passion just makes it sound more, I don't know, romantic. What's
PG?
After even about? Yeah, sure.
No, it is like a raunchy, a steamy romance thing. I think I haven't seen it.
Okay, me neither.
What have you got?
Something that I've got that you've seen as well is, God, I hope this is not your pick.
No, it's not my pick. No.
Okay, Escape Room Tournament of Champions.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought you were going to talk about. Sorry, hold on, just 1 second. Is Hot Ones your pick?
None.
Okay, sorry. Okay.
Well, is that pick?
Why are we speaking German now? I thought we were going to talk about Hot Ones now.
Anyway, I also got Hot Ones on my list as an honorable, but I just wrote it down in the order that I saw it in, I think, which is why I now got Escape Room. I thought is this your pick?
It might be.
Okay, Christ, I'll postpone it.
I'm still not quite sure what my pick is.
Okay, well then, Hot Ones, the new Hot Ones episode is great. Why? Because it's got Elijah fucking Wood in it, one of my favorite actor human beings. I love him as a guy, not just as an actor, although he has starred in some very cool things. But he just seems like the most likable, relatable guy ever, and still so down to earth, although he's been in some very big productions.
Yeah.
And he does a lot of indie films, some of which I love. And I think he was, first of all, a great guest. And he talked about some of the things that he's been in that I absolutely love, since one of the questions was, what's one of the things that you love to talk about when a fan comes up to you? And he says, well, the most common thing is, of course, Lord of the Rings. And he seems to be a big fan of that, even, of the whole franchise. But then he talked about some titles which I absolutely loved, and I was like, dude, that's so cool that he likes them as well. And just,
you're a big fan of Grand Piano?
I haven't seen Grand Piano, no. But he talked about Over the Golden Wall, one of my favorite animated cartoons.
Yeah.
Is there any other kind of cartoon? One of my favorite cartoons. So yeah, I thought he was a great guest, especially since I'm kind of, I don't know, Hot Ones can be quite hit or miss, but when there's a cool guest like Elijah Wood, I do love the episodes. You watched it as well, right?
Yeah, it's a great episode.
Okay.
And he also talked about I don't feel at home in this world anymore, which I know you love too.
So much, yeah.
But
great.
I did not like Grand Piano. And I don't know why he said this was one of his favorite. It's written by Damien Chazelle.
Right, yeah.
Who did La La Land.
Talked about this, yeah.
So, I mean, it's such a great premise. For whatever reason, I was expecting more from that film. But anyway, the Hot Ones interview, it was great. And he was like, you could see that he was a fan of the show.
Definitely, yeah. He even talked about when he first tried the hot sauces, without the wings, just
it didn't go well
in the same building.
Yeah.
And I do relate with that. He's like, dude, it's hot, but the problem with hot sauces is the fucking after effect when you're crawling on the floor with fucking stomachache.
Yeah. I remember because we did it once together at your place. So you curated the symphony for me. See what I did there? But you did it again, like at one of our vacations, and I didn't because I was sick at the time.
Right.
And so I remember everyone else was like on the floor at the end. The ones that made it to the end were like, pretty desperate at the end.
I want to mention one side effect that I got, but then again, I don't think most people want to hear about that. So
okay, yeah, sure. I don't think we do.
It just surprised me.
Great.
Anyway,
what's your last honorable?
My last honorable is something that I saw on Netflix. I thought this could be my pick. I know it looked interesting just from the cast, and it's Beckett.
I don't know what that is.
That's a new Netflix film with John David Washington and Alicia Vikander, which is a crime thriller that just came out.
Is this like... Oh, this was like 2 days ago. Yeah.
Could be, yeah. I think I saw that yesterday, yeah.
Yeah.
Or the day before, I don't remember.
No, I don't. I don't have that on my radar at all. 5.7. Tell me about it.
Really? 5.7?
Yeah.
When I watched this, it had like, I don't know, 190 ratings, and it was still a 7.5. So I still had hopes. And then when I finished the movie and logged it, it had gone down to, I think, 6.2 or something. And it keeps declining, yeah. But I didn't have this on my radar as well. I just was looking for things to talk about, since the other things that I saw weren't that amazing, and I kind of felt bad if I took Hot Ones as my pick.
Sure.
So I watched this, and it started off quite weird, more like a romance kind of. I don't know, just the chemistry between John David Washington and Alicia Vikander was kind of off.
Okay.
I didn't know if they were happy or not. It just felt weird. The whole vibe. And the two of them are on holiday in Greece, and then a lot of shit happens, and John David Washington is kind of sucked into a conspiracy of some sort.
Okay.
And this movie is very, very mediocre, sadly. A lot of the action scenes were just not great. He acts with the same caliber as he did in Tenet, maybe even worse. I mean, in Tenet he didn't act bad. He just didn't act like with a lot of emotion, I feel like.
Right, okay.
And here he should have acted with a lot of emotion, and it kind of fell flat in some scenes.
You're not a fan of him?
I did like him in with Zendaya,
Malcolm and Marie.
Malcolm and Marie, and I did like him in Black Klansman. I think this was just, I don't know, maybe it was him, maybe it was the director, I don't know what it was. I think it might also have been the script, the dialogue, which was not good at all.
Yes. And might have been everything.
And the thing is, he's like out in the middle of Greece in some parts of the movie.
Yeah.
And of course, every character that comes across speaks English. And I'm like, Jesus fucking Christ, you're out in the middle of nowhere, you come across a couple of hunters. And of course, the guy's like, oh, yeah. It seems like at first he doesn't speak English, and then he kind of starts talking with him in English, and then another person. Like, nothing against Greece, but any fucking rural part in Europe, you're very unlikely to come across English speakers, Austria included. If you're up in the middle of nowhere, up in the mountains, there's an old couple, I don't know, in some hut somewhere, and you say hi in English, they will not know what the fuck you're talking about.
Because if you say hi, they don't understand it.
Where's the shark? So yeah, that's it just seemed too
sorry,
convenient.
I just got that joke. That was one of the worst. Yeah, I'm so sorry. I thought you said, where's the shotgun? But no, it's the shark.
They're trying to invade us again. Yeah, it just seemed too convenient. The action scenes were quite okay, and the ending was quite bad. And it went from, more of a realistic take on, action, more along the lines of The Fugitive, which is not realistic, but he's on the run. He just can't take everyone on, so he has to run and hide and do his best to survive at times.
Okay.
And then he just jumps off a 3-story building on top of a car, and he's fine, like in fucking the Batman Begins, which sorry, Batman the Dark Knight, actually.
Yeah,
just
the Dark Knight is.
Yeah. Sorry. I don't know. It seemed very off. I don't know. It felt like this very, not cheap, but very ill prepared and ill written piece of crime thriller.
Yeah, I think since I haven't listened, I haven't even heard of this film. That must mean they don't really push it. The marketing
Apparently.
isn't really, they don't really feel like it's the best film. But Vicky Creeps is in this from Old, according to the IMDb page that I'm staring at. Last week.
Is she blonde?
No, she's the one from Phantom Thread, the main actress. She's in Beckett, apparently.
I'm not sure who she is, to be honest. I think she might be one of the woman chasing him.
She's called Lena.
Oh, okay, no, sorry, right. She's one of the activists he comes across.
There you go. She was apparently very memorable.
She was so much, and there's so many like moments of this is a conspiracy that you just expect everything to be a conspiracy, and 9 out of 10 times you're right.
Sure.
It just seemed like bad twists. But yeah, kind of disappointing.
Okay.
Do you have anything else before we get to our picks?
Well, I have. Yes, I mean, I don't think we cut that part from earlier, so
I don't know, maybe.
No, I don't think we. Let's just come on. Let's just wing it.
Keep my German intro.
Yeah, I mean, it's you're editing this, so I'll leave it up to you. So whatever. But I will do it.
I think we're in too deep now.
Yeah. No, it's a weird week because there's one film that I was super excited about that, unfortunately, you didn't have time to see, and we talked about should we talk about it now because next week we can't, but blah blah blah. And you, the whole time you were like, no, you can just take it as your pick, and I didn't want to tell you because this is not going to be my pick. I did not like that film, so the film is Free Guy.
You liked it more than Escape Room?
No, I didn't like. No, I liked it less.
Is what I meant you liked Escape Room more than this.
Well,
this is. I mean, I guess Escape Room was more your genre, but
no, it's not even the genre. It's like expectations and the levels to which they were met, or weren't.
Sure, yeah.
I hope. Listen, this whole week I was struggling. I was kind of hoping that you would watch this too, so that we can. Because maybe you would love this, and then it would be an interesting discussion. We will do that. Once you see it, we will do that.
Sure.
But I thought about this. Should this be my pick? But because Escape Room 2, I mean, it's not a great film by any means. But for what that movie was, I thought it was a bit better. So I'll try and stay somewhat vague on Free Guy. But I kind of want to tell you my initial feelings. I saw it like 24 hours ago, so things might change.
To be honest, I don't think I was looking forward to this as much as you were.
Yeah.
And when I get a chance, I would still like to see it, but, I'm not running out the door to do this.
It sounded like you wanted to.
Yeah, I think it's interesting also, Taika Waititi is an interesting guy. He has some fun cameos and stuff. But from like the poster and everything, it does kind of remind me of Pixels, which is supposed to be abhorrent because Hollywood people in their 40s and 50s don't know what video games are actually about. And I feel like they just watch their, nephews play for 5 minutes. I got this. I'm going to make this into a fun movie and make millions. And then it's just bullshit. Yeah.
I mean, not to get even more controversial, I actually don't understand the hate for Pixels, but let's not talk about that. But Free Guy, people love that film. And the general conception, yeah. I think it's got like a 7.7 now, and people, it's really got like a good, and the reviews I read too were all very positive. So it's Ryan Reynolds as a guy who he's an NPC character in a video game, a non-playable character, and someone like he strikes a relationship with Jodie Comer's character in game. And he has to come to the realization that he is an NPC in a video game and that the whole world around him is not real. So the premise is fantastic. It's just a great premise. And from the first trailer, which was like 2 years ago, because this movie was supposed to come out a while ago, I was like hooked. This is going to be great. And Reynolds, he knows what he's doing, right? Even though he plays the same character in every movie nowadays with the same kind of humor, he knows what he's doing, and he's a bit more in touch with what everyone else is sort of wanting to see. And people are talking about this film as like one of the better video game adaptations too. And it's got like that GTA element of like, having that open world. It's called Free City, the game, and you just walk around and you can just punch pedestrians in the face and just rob banks and blah blah blah. And he works at the bank, and so every day he wakes up, grabs the same coffee, and goes to the bank, and people are coming in to rob the bank, and he just lies down on the ground and he just has like a great time. He's loving life until everything crumbles and he realizes that it's not real. I have a lot of thoughts on this. I mean, sure. I'm gonna try and. So, I hate. I don't. Well,
this is gonna be good.
No. What I don't like is people watching a film
Mm-hmm.
and then afterwards are going like, "That didn't make sense," or "That didn't make sense." Right? Nitpicking logistical elements of films. Or
that's me.
elements.
Okay, yeah.
No. I didn't. Yeah, fair. But I'm like when you're watching, let's say, what would be a good
The Terminator.
No, but like a let's say like Wrath of Man. You know what you have to know what you're getting yourself into, right? And if you nitpick the film and go like, "Oh, that's unrealistic that Jason Statham like shoots everyone in the head with like one shot and doesn't get hit once, whatever," like those kind of things, right? I'm always like, sorry.
No, I do get that. Yeah.
Right. And I'm always like, just you have to have some sort of suspension of disbelief there, whereas like otherwise you can't enjoy the film. And people who are like overanalyzing that, I'm always like, yeah, okay, just don't watch these types of movies then. But I do occasionally. I am that guy, and if, in Free Guy, I would usually say like, don't nitpick it, right? It's the whole story is absurd. You're watching a guy who's an NPC in a video game, but for whatever reason, and I really can't say why in this one it bothered me more than in others, there were so many things that just didn't make sense, and it was that sort of the amalgamation. Is that a word? Let's go with it.
I think
of those little things that overall, that's why overall I didn't like the film. There were so many weird things, and it starts with like, it's in the trailer. So there's a scene where they kiss, and there's a joke because there's no kissing button. So why would an NPC character be able to kiss someone, right? That's sort of when they realize that he's not the normal NPC character. Okay. And she goes like, they go like, "There's no button for that." And Jodie Comer has the great line, and she goes like, "Oh, he found the button, right?" It's a great joke, blah, blah, blah. Mm-hmm. So, but they're setting up that there's no button to kiss. And then 10 minutes later, what happens? Another character initiates a kiss, right? And it's like, you just told me 10 minutes ago there was no button for that. 10 minutes later, you're doing that. I may sound crazy here because it sounds like it's one of the smallest things, but for whatever reason,
I get that
stood out to me. Why are you setting up there's no kiss button, then there's a kissing button later on?
I get it. Because if you like nitpick that happens in that universe, it's that universe. But if they go out of their way to explain something to you and then break that rule 10 minutes later, It's frustrating. Yeah.
Right. That's exactly it. Taika Waititi as the kind of the villain, he's the head of the whole programming division that made the game. He's terrible. He's terrible in this film.
Oh, okay.
He's absolutely terrible in this film. Okay. And it might be the writing, right? I don't know what it is, but he's such a caricature of a bad guy, and people are going to say that's great. And all the credit to them. For me, it didn't work at all. Maybe it will for you. I got 3 more things, and then I'm done.
Go ahead.
I don't know. Have you watched anything like trailers or clips?
I don't think so. I think I've watched like one video from Ryan Reynolds' YouTube channel where he's like on the set and talks about something, but I already forgot what it was. Yeah.
Gotcha. So they recently they revealed a clip of a character that is going to be in the film that Ryan Reynolds also plays.
Okay.
That was a shame because that character only appears towards the last like 30 minutes or whatever. And when they set him up, and the great jokes are in that clip that was shared. And it goes back to not watching anything before a film. I get that. But Ryan Reynolds is usually someone who knows how to promote a film, right? So it felt kind of weird that they included that in the promotion too. That was unnecessary because that character is actually quite funny. Then, this film, I'm going to get... Okay, last bad thing. The last like 5 minutes, it opens up a completely new... not story, but... It deals with a subject that wasn't dealt with throughout the whole thing, and it was so stupid. It's like the most obvious thing that's happening, and it was shot as it was like the biggest reveal ever, and then it just the last 5 to 10 minutes, completely unnecessary. Where it was literally like rolling my eyes. Are you serious right now?
Mm-hmm.
Now I'm getting to the few good things, and then I'm done. This movie has one of the best cameos I've seen in recent years.
Better than Hitman's ex-wife's
Yeah.
Bodyguard?
I knew you were gonna, yeah. Hitman's wife's Bodyguard.
Okay.
This one has a fantastic one, and in the last 10 to before the thing I just talked about, like the last 20 minutes or whatever, there were some great moments in that too, and especially when I won't go into this.
Sure.
But there's one cameo where I was literally like clapping because that was just fantastic. And one thing, this film feature. I'm trying to stay short here, but this is a fun little anecdote. I'll let you talk in a second.
Sure.
I apologize. So recently, I looked up. I'm not a rap or hip hop fan, but I listened to one guy who's called Logic, and for whatever reason, I really can't remember why. I looked up his IMDb page to see what films use his music, because I don't know why. Maybe he tweeted about it, whatever. And I saw that in the film Hobbs and Shaw, there's a song by Logic that is actually one of my all-time favorites of his. So I was like, damn, I wish I would have seen that film, because I imagine like
just for the song.
No, but you must understand, like you talk about Adventureland and like the whole like Lou Reed thing. It adds something to it that's kind of cool.
Sure, yeah.
And especially when it's not like a hugely popular song, or like rather if it's a song that you feel like is kind of a hidden song, and you love it, and then you hear it on the big screen with the great speakers. It's great. So I was like, I kind of want to see Hobbs and Shaw now, but I didn't know, and I don't know why I didn't see it. He's also they used a song of his in Free Guy, and it was actually that song too, and it's in the first 10 minutes when Ryan Reynolds doing like a montage or whatever, and the beat kicked in, and I had like an out of body experience. I don't know if it was like, is my phone going off? What are we listening to right now? Right, it's that beat that it's so familiar to me.
Right,
and they played the whole thing they edited a little bit, but I was like mouthing along with the words. And I didn't pay any attention to the scenes. I was just like fascinated that song is in there.
Okay.
So that was another great thing. But to wrap it up, and the reason why, another one of those small kind of things that really bothered me was that, do you remember in Guardians of the Galaxy 2 when they're on Ego, the planet Ego, Kurt Russell's character, and they fight, and Ego can't manage to capture them even though he's a fucking planet, right? Sure. He can make things grow. And that's another thing of this. Maybe that's a great example. I didn't really mind it in Guardians 2, but that you could point out that that's just stupid. He could easily capture them if he grow something from the floor, and he got him.
Maybe, yeah. I mean, who knows what it's like to be a planet? It's.
I can't relate.
I don't know.
You're right.
I can't relate. Maybe it's more complicated than we imagine it to be.
Yeah, maybe. But in this one, they are trying. So Ryan Reynolds has to get to a certain spot. Right? That's his goal in one scene of the film. He has to get to a certain spot. And other people who are programming the game are trying to stop him from getting there. So what they end up doing is they have like the whole buildings around him collapse, right? They sort of like, they come closer and closer, right? If he's on a street and the buildings to left and right of his, they come closer and closer, trying to sort of, flatten him or whatever. That's the move they went for, right? Why don't you program a hole in front of him, right? And maybe that's another nitpick, but it's just like, that is so stupid. It is so stupid. They're making worlds crumble around him, and then they go like, damn, he just escaped again. Just, I don't know what, program a pillar that falls on him.
How about the delete button?
Yeah, but that's, they go into that. They go into that. That doesn't work.
Okay.
But they know where he wants to go, and they can't, I'm going to stop. And I apologize for this rant. This might have been my biggest rant ever.
I'm just still thinking about the kissing scene, because there's no button for it, but he's an NPC. He doesn't use a controller.
Correct.
Makes no sense.
No.
Right? Or is there like
kiss
something...
makes sense. The first, because she goes like, there is no button for that, but he found it because he is an NPC. He's not a player, right?
Okay.
But then, like 10 minutes later, someone else starts the kiss, initiates the kiss, and there shouldn't be a button for that.
Okay.
You get me?
I think so. Yeah.
But I mean, there were some funny scenes in it. It's got a great premise. It's got a great world. The guy from Stranger Things is in it, who's great. Keely.
Which one?
Joe. What's his name? I think he's from Stranger Things.
Right. Yeah, he plays the
Kiri,
the boyfriend,
Kiri.
Not the boyfriend.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. And the great. I'm looking at the IMDb page now, and I didn't know. I'm just realizing that now because there was one scene where I leaned over to the friend I saw it with, and I was like, "Dude, do you recognize that voice of like a random character?" I was like, "That's this and this." I recognize that voice. That's like another small little fun cameo.
Sure.
And I'm now seeing it. I was right, but I'm also seeing how many other actors have cameos in this that I didn't realize. Insane. Like
big studios, they got the money.
And it was like Channing Tatum actually has he's in this movie. It's not even a spoiler. He's like in the first scene. Yeah, that was a surprise too. Another nice little cameo. Other people have just voice cameos, but yeah, that's it, dude. I watch this film and we'll talk about it more. But it's for whatever reason, or for the reasons that I listed, rather. I wanted to love this so much, and it was entertaining still, but so many cliche things and stupid things, and so predictable, unfortunately.
Yeah, I'm just so surprised that this didn't make your pick, especially considering what the other option is.
Yeah. No, we'll get. Is it? Okay.
I think it is your time.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Yeah,
I'm going to talk about my pick for like 2 seconds, but
sure.
So, Escape Room 2, Escape Room. What was it? Tournament of Champions.
Yeah, exactly.
I literally, you hear it in my voice. I hope this is a necessity pick, but I enjoyed the first Escape Room, and I enjoyed the first Escape Room for what it was, and I was very excited to see the second one on the big screen in the sneak, and. For what it was fine. It was fine.
Was it? Was it though?
I actually thought it. I'm not even kidding. I enjoyed. I had. It's like a 6 out of 10. It's like a 6 out of 10.
Wow. Okay. Jesus.
What is it for you?
Like a 2.
Wait, it's just because you haven't seen the first one, you know that. And it builds so much on that. You actually asked me, like, do you have to see the first one? And I was like, yeah, I don't know. And then within the first, 5 minutes of the film, they give you a whole recap of the first film.
And it's so weirdly edited because it's so fast-paced. And then the beginning of the movie is also so weirdly edited that I wasn't sure if the movie had actually started or if we're still in the recap.
Right.
There's so many weird scenes like that where I felt like it felt so off because the editing and especially the dialogue. Jesus Christ, the dialogue, dude. It's like explanation after explanation. I think they did this fucking horror movie, quote unquote horror movie, for like 6-year-olds because they gotta explain every single thing they do. Like, somebody's like lifting something. Oh, you can lift this. Oh, you can do this. Oh my God. He's like in a fucking room that's filling with water.
Right.
And like the other person is screaming, oh, be careful, it's filling with water. Everybody has eyes. Everybody can see what the fuck is going on.
I 100% agree.
It just pissed me off so much.
I 100% agree.
Yeah.
I couldn't, yeah, you're absolutely right. I was, the whole time I was like, people don't talk like this. People don't talk like this. But it's an escape room. It's a movie about an escape room. And I enjoyed those films. I would go as far as to say like all of those reveals or like solutions to the puzzles. I was like, you would never figure this out within a minute. They figure out the weirdest shit. Like they're I remember that with the phone booth area, and they're like, oh, in the perfect moment, their eyes fall perfectly on one of the many windows where there's like a little sign there, and that's the clue that they were looking for. It's like, my God, you were really lucky.
I'm still surprised that they didn't all fucking die within minutes. I mean, that's one of the things we just talked about, nitpicking little things, but it's fucking acid that's raining. And then they're walking around in the fucking puddles of the acid and they're fine. But just as long as it doesn't drip on them, then can fucking rip through their clothing. But as long as they step on it and touch wet objects, they're fine.
I'm sure there's a great explanation for this. I'm sure
there isn't. Not with this movie.
But, so Escape Room, the first one, it got the same characters in the second one. It's basically like a gigantic, enormous, evil company. It sets up these escape rooms that are like torturing people and killing people, and basically two people, the main actors in this, who are also in the first one, they are trying to really get away from that company, but also like, wasn't it? She was trying to get back into it because she found some clue or whatever.
Yeah, she wants to like uncover the whole conspiracy and make it known because nobody believes her.
Right. And while doing that, they capture her and put her in another escape room with a lot of other people. But this is going to give me great pleasure because of what we just said. I think this movie deserves a trailer.
Let's go.
Here we go. Escape Room Tournament of Champions. I think, I should always look this up before, but this film is either dropping this week or next week. And if you're a fan of light horror, I think it's even PG. I like that we were warned before it, and it was basically one of the most, there's no gore or whatever. I think it's a PG film. It's easy.
Could be, yeah.
20th of August in cinemas. Escape Room Tournament of Champions. Here we go.
We were lucky to get out of those escape rooms alive.
I need to know that the criminals who killed the 4 people in front of me are held accountable.
They're hiding in plain sight in the middle of Manhattan.
We need to stop them.
I'm in.
I know this is a lot to ask, but thank you for coming with me. Do you hear that?
Hey, what the hell is going on?
The train is uncoupled! You gotta be kidding me.
Hold on!
Welcome to Minos Escape Rooms.
No.
It's happening again.
You guys have played the game before?
So what is this? Like a tournament of champions?
Look, we all know how this works. We solve the puzzles or we die.
False advertising must be pulled.
This ad, yourself is missing an E.
So maybe we pull the corresponding handles with a missing letter. Yes! E.
Hang on.
And an A.
Come on, we don't have time!
The missing letters are W, B, and O!
Yeah, what a great clip.
Yeah, I gotta say, I just noticed, like, the plot is exactly the same plot as Hunger Games 1 and 2. It's the exact same thing.
Well, they don't kill each other.
Well, no, but it's the last one standing, and at the end of the first one, spoilers, if you're going to see the second one, you're going to get a recap anyway. 2 people survive because they refuse to let the other person die, I guess.
Yes.
And then the second one, it's the Tournament of Champions. Same thing as in the fucking second one
that's true.
of Hunger Games.
Yeah.
It's so bad. I mean, the dialogue and the acting. I felt like when they first...
Don't shit on my pick this much. This is a great pick.
I'm so sorry. But fuck it. Like, when they meet the other contestants, I'm like, dude, all these people just got out of acting school and are so fucking happy to
this is
land
not a
their
high-budget
first
film.
job.
Yeah.
Sure, but the way they act is like in a soap opera. Like the dudes with the fucking headphones or who's like on the phone, then everybody gives like their backstory. Oh, okay, we're in the elevator now. Let's give our tragic backstories. Oh, this is me. And like all of it, the whole movie is like fucking, whatchamacallit, exposition. And it just gets tired so fast.
Well, it's a 90-minute film. Right? It flows by. I wouldn't say it was tiring.
It felt like hours to me.
And the last like 5 to 10 minutes, dude, I'm all in for the next one. I am all in for the next one.
What was the ending? I was like, gee, was it all for nothing? Is there going to be another one? If so, why would I watch it after I've seen this?
Oh, dude, I will definitely watch it. I'll be first in line because of the setting they're in at the end. I am all on board.
Sure.
I am all on board.
Oh, God. I mean, you know everybody... I guess spoilers.
No. You don't have to say.
They're gonna, but they're in a bit of a crowded area, and I think they're gonna find a way for everyone to be kind of gone, so they're in the spotlight, and just find a very bad explanation for how they're now in this new situation, which once again is gonna make no sense.
Yeah, I mean, we'll talk about it.
I think. Sorry, just one thing. I think it kind of feels like the movie The Game, which we talked about, is the things are so ridiculous that they're just unbelievable for me that this could happen, and so now everything can happen, so nothing has any stakes somehow, and
you gotta
don't
have
care anymore.
Suspension of disbelief.
Not this much, dude.
No, but that's exactly what I'm saying. See, in this film, I was able to go like, fuck it. Fuck logic. And in Free Guy, for whatever reason, I think because my expectations were higher, I wasn't able to do that.
I can just do that with films that are good. Like in John Wick, okay, everybody apparently is an assassin on the street. And like, makes no sense, but fuck it, it's entertaining, you know? He kills like 20 people on his way from point A to point B.
Yeah.
And you know, I'm down for it. Why the fuck not? It's a stupid action movie. But here, if the action isn't great, the dialogue isn't great, the story doesn't interest me, I'm like, okay. Then I just start nitpicking.
Yeah.
And I don't want to shit in your pick too much. I guess this is really not my genre, or if it is, this is not the way that I want it to be, presented.
Yeah, no, dude. It's a necessity pick. And
Sure.
I think you would actually... I'm interested in hearing your opinion on Free Guy, because you might actually enjoy this. With the whole thing
Maybe.
you just said, if maybe you're able to immerse yourself a bit more and don't give a shit about those little things I mentioned before.
Maybe, yeah.
Let's get to your pick of the week.
Yeah, my pick is also a necessity pick. I actually watched this over a week ago, or about a week ago, and I completely forgot about this since YouTube videos kind of slipped my mind so fast.
Yeah.
But this was something new, something I think fairly popular, and I think something that people might be interested in, which is Channel 5 with Andrew Callaghan. That's the new channel from the guy who does All Gas No Breaks after he kind of split from that. And yeah, his news video is where he visits a Q conference, and I hope we don't get get our video taken down for talking about QAnon, because I think some people do get taken down.
Jesus, yeah.
I'm trying to stay vague, I guess.
Sure.
But the people there, I mean, it's fucking crazy. And Andrew Callaghan, like I said, he did All Gas No Breaks, which was an interview show. I think the videos are still up, where he started like talking to, I don't know, drunk people on the street, like teenagers, and interviewing them, and they said stupid shit. And then he kind of expanded into more serious topics, especially with like the pandemic and with the Black Lives Matter protests, where he just went to the middle of like those riots where they were looting malls, and just went in there and started interviewing people.
Right.
And it got way more serious and more serious. And he still does like stupid videos, like with his new channel, Channel 5 with Andrew Callaghan. He does a video where he visits a pickup artist school or whatever in Las Vegas. Which is just fucking weird. Those people are fucking weird.
Yeah.
But now his newest episode was where he visits one of those conferences and like acts like he's really interested in like, why are people there, you know? He doesn't like say, oh, you're so stupid, fuck you, that's, you're all fucking crazy, but instead just lets them talk. He doesn't really say a lot himself, but he talks to people, and some people just say like, I lost my whole family through this, nobody wants to talk to me, and are you glad about this, do you wish you could go back? No, when you know the truth, you can't go back, and they say some of the fucking craziest shit that you've ever heard. And all say, they've all been banned from all platforms, and because they post some really fucking shit, weird fucking shit, conspiracy theories, and it's like they're bragging about it, like they're, exposing the truth, and they're so fucking sure of themselves. It's really fucking depressing to watch, to be honest. It starts off being kind of funny, but then when you think about it, how many people there are that are like that, and who, reason doesn't make a difference with those people, because as soon as you think everything is fake, nothing is real except the things you want to be, and it's fucking horrifying to watch in a way, especially because you know how much this has affected people and how much is growing in the last couple of months or years. But it's an interesting watch just to kind of get an insight into those things, because unless you go into some weird websites and watch those things or want to have a weird conversation with people, I think that's just an interesting way to see them, well, the way they present themselves, kind of, because Andrew Callaghan doesn't ask a lot of questions. He lets people talk.
Right.
And I think, it's interesting, but fucked up.
It kind of sounds like those interviews that Jordan Klepper does.
Yeah,
like,
but Jordan Klepper does kind of make more fun of people, doesn't he?
Yes. I don't know Andrew Callaghan. I have never heard of this guy.
He does All Gas No Breaks. Haven't you seen All Gas No Breaks?
I have no idea what that is.
That's a big interview show that blew up quite a bit. And then I think All Gas No Breaks, he did it over some media company, and then got fucked through that company. They didn't really want him to didn't want him to get a fair cut. And the guys who actually created the show And so he kind of split, and they still hold the rights to All Gas, No Brakes, but he just does his own thing now, independently.
Got it.
And
But you're right. I think Klepper makes fun of the people, but sort of. Well, he's making
he kind of
smart
points out
counter arguments, but they don't really care.
Sure.
Right.
And he just goes like, "Why is that? Why would you say that?" And they just go on, and then he kind of gets quite far into the conference because normally like press isn't allowed there. They're gonna get booed out or get shit thrown at them or kind of fucking beaten up.
Yeah.
And as he doesn't like criticize them, they let him in and talk to him.
But so that's a young guy, right? From what I just looked up on YouTube.
Mid-20s, I think.
Yeah. I mean, that takes guts.
Dude, when I saw that episode where he walked into the fucking mall that's being looted during the Black Lives Matter protests, I was like, Jesus fucking Christ. That's probably very dangerous. But people, they were glad to find somebody who was like open to talk to them and didn't just scream at them and actually want to hear why they are doing this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's an interesting pick. I would call this a gape pick because I have
Is
never.
It?
Well, yeah, because you also talked about like that All Gas No Brakes as if it was maybe I'm just maybe it's me. I have never heard of this.
Millions of subscribers.
Yeah, you're right.
It blew up in the last couple of years.
You're
so
right.
much.
You're right. Somehow slipped by me. I don't, right wing media is sort of slipping by me. Maybe
that's good. I've heard a lot of fucking stupid shit, and honestly, it's starting to really fucking depress me. It's just so fucking hard to believe that people believe that and cannot be convinced of anything else.
Yeah.
But I don't want to get into it too much. Let's end it on a lighthearted note. Maybe
how are you gonna end this? Yeah, what's the lighthearted thing?
Free guys. So I have no idea. How about a last man standing round?
You want to do one?
Yeah, sure. A quick one.
I think we talked about everything else.
Get the right wing taste out of our mouth. Extreme right.
Yeah, let's do Clint Eastwood.
I think he's too right. Let's do John Voight.
You want to do John Voight? Oh, sorry, I didn't. Sorry.
No, I don't know.
What do you want to do? Spielberg?
Sure. Let's go Spielberg.
Want to do
quick
Spielberg?
Round of Last Man Standing. Do you want to start?
Yeah. So we're listing off films that Steven Spielberg has directed, and if you can't think of one within 30 seconds, 45 seconds,
sure.
you lose a life, and you have 2 lives. Okay, Spielberg. Yeah, you sure?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, let's do it. Let me look it up. Steven Spielberg. That's your joke, but it was good. All right, let's say Saving Private Ryan.
Sure. Jaws.
Okay, let's focus here. Let's go Schindler's List.
E.T.
Jurassic Park.
Encounters of the Third Kind. Close Encounters of the Third Kind. I'm so sorry.
Yeah, there you go. Okay. Let's do...
No sequels, right? I mean, did they do sequels? Yeah.
You want to do... like a franchise rule?
Yeah.
Okay. Let's do The Post.
Sure. Indiana Jones. Raiders of the Lost Ark.
Yeah.
To be exact.
Ready Player One.
What did they do? Did you say AI?
I didn't, no.
Okay. AI.
Bridge of Spies.
Ah, damn it. I want to say that. Did he do? No, he didn't do BFG.
He did.
Did he?
I was just about to say that.
Okay,
yeah.
BFG, yeah.
Shit, did I say that already? God damn it. What? Oh, God. Let's do Amistad.
Sure. Adventures of Tintin.
Is that what it's called?
I think so.
I think you're right.
Look it up.
I'll go Munich.
Ah, yeah, right. Shit, I just had something. Adventure...
Yeah, you're right.
Oh, okay. Fuck, I had something. What was it? Lincoln.
Minority Report.
He did so many things. Jesus
dude,
Christ.
that dude. He's an upcoming director.
Yeah. Come on. I keep thinking of Robert Zemeckis movies because of Tom Hanks. The Terminal.
Oh, you bastard. That was the one thing I had in the back of my mind. What else do we have? There's so many things, by the way. I don't know if I said it. I don't think I did. The first thing I said was Saving Private Ryan, right?
I think so, yeah.
So I'm now going to go Catch Me If You Can.
Ah, yeah, that's a good one.
Okay.
Now I'm running out of things, yeah. That's like the one Tom Hanks thing that I think I was missing. I think we have had all of them now. Now this is getting difficult.
Yeah.
Shit. I gotta think of some of his older movies, but I can't think of any. I think we've done like the big ones, like Jurassic Park, Indiana Jones.
You're missing his first one.
I'm sure I am, but I'm out of time.
I'll go War Horse.
Ah, was that his first one?
No. I'm saving because you didn't know it. I'm saving that one. I'm trying to steal the ones that you might know.
Is it like Rising Sun? No.
Oh, no. But you just gave me another one.
Okay.
If you don't.
But I can go for The Color Purple.
Yes. I'll go. His first one was Duel.
Duel. I
Yes.
didn't know that. Hook. Did he do Hook?
Yes.
Or was that Zemeckis?
No,
Okay.
I think you're right.
I keep fucking confusing the two.
What's the didn't he do Empire of the Sun?
Empire of the Sun could be.
That's the one when you
Christian
said
Bale, right?
Rising Sun. That's the one I thought of.
That's the one I meant. Empire of the Sun was Steven Spielberg. You're right. Oh, my Coppola? No, sorry. No, I misread that. I think I'm running out of time, and I think it's your win because
Yeah, we can do this together. What else do we have? Because I'm sure
I think you won. Congratulations! A little round
Thank
of
you.
applause for you
Thank you.
through the microphone. It's gonna sound awful.
Thank you very much.
I'm looking at my Blu-ray collection. Is there anything big that I missed?
I'm sure we're missing
I'm sure there
huge
is so much
things.
Yeah.
I'm going through it by year. I said Munich.
Mm-hmm.
Gosh, there must be another gigantic one. 2007, 8. What did he do?
Are you in his
there?
IMDb's?
No, I'm not yet.
Okay.
Are you? You can look it up if you want.
I just clicked on it, but I think said the big ones.
We had Lincoln.
I mean, he directed 61.
Yeah.
Yes. Ah, okay.
We're going to do West Side Story next. What did we miss? Give me the year. Give me the year.
Whoa. Oh, okay. Sorry.
Whoa. What was that?
2005.
War of the Worlds. Shit.
Yes.
That's the one. Because, I actually know in 2005 we did Munich and War of the Worlds. Shit.
Right. And The Visionary? Never heard of it. 4.6. Okay. Always? 89.
Yes.
Never heard of it. Fuck, did I forget? No.
Oh, give me a hint.
Oh, Jesus, did I forget that? Where was it? What year? I think it must have been in the 80s. Or did he not direct it? I think he might have just wrote it. Yeah, he didn't direct it.
Okay.
I thought of Goonies.
Yeah. No, Goonies is Richard Donner, if I remember correctly.
Okay. But I think he
Is that
wrote
right?
the screenplay. Might have, or produced it.
Yeah.
Amazing Stories, I still got. 1986.
Okay.
That's it.
That's it. So we didn't...
Oh, sorry, 1983. One thing, maybe.
But we didn't miss any of the huge ones? That's good.
No, I mean, that's a medium one, 1983, Twilight Zone, the movie, but it wasn't like a huge hit.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I think that's pretty much it, yeah. I
That's
think it was
pretty
a pretty
good.
good round, yeah.
Was there like a huge omission? Maybe War of the Worlds?
Maybe, but that's not a great movie. I mean, it's a big title, but not a great movie.
Yeah.
I think we did pretty well.
I mean, he did, I think, Jurassic Park 2. I mean, I know we said no
One.
sequels. Didn't he do the second one?
I think just one.
No, he
might
did
be wrong.
He did the second one, yeah.
Really? Okay.
But obviously we
third
did
one.
Yeah, maybe it was the third one. I think the second one. Which one is the Lost World Jurassic Park?
Second one, I think. Yeah, he did that. He did the second one. Did he do the third one? No. Then it
Don't
was
think so.
Joe Johnston.
Oh, Joe
Great name.
Johnston. Yeah. Captain America, the first one.
Mm.
Yeah. Good. I
Alrighty.
think, that was better. Better than Michael Cera and
Sure.
Jeff Goldblum.
Everything is done, not than Michael Cera himself, but our special of him.
Yeah.
I think, it's easier with people like Steven Spielberg or
Oh, of
Scorsese or whoever.
Of course.
Right?
It's
I
fun
mean,
when
this,
we know stuff. You know what I mean?
More
If
fun
we
than
have
we
like a
don't know.
catalog of things to
Sure,
go through
I
rather
think
than
so.
struggling
Yeah.
for 2 or 3.
I think that's why Tom Cruise might have been a good pick for the first one. I mean, I was surprised of how much I knew, but I know you're big into the guy and he's done so many things.
Yeah, you almost beat me on that. I think we actually
Almost.
forgot Minority Report on that one, so I was glad that I
Could be,
didn't,
yeah.
didn't now. Right.
Yeah, I think this is a long episode.
We're
It's gonna
good.
be fun.
Yeah,
We
yeah. No,
Okay. Close to an hour,
Right.
probably.
Yeah. Next special next week.
Mhm.
Next
No
special next
idea.
week. Great sentence. Yeah.
Yeah.
We hope it's going to be a good one. We still have
Yeah.
to iron out the kinks of the of what we're going to do. But
And with the Kings, you mean the whole concept.
no, we got ideas. We got ideas. But we'll talk about that. And yeah, episode 80 next week. So hopefully you're looking forward to that. Hopefully you enjoyed this. I'm sorry for my monologue for Free Guy. I really apologize.
You're good.
There were a few things I had to get off my chest,
Sure.
but I want to talk about it with you once you see it, or whenever that will
Sure.
be. Yeah, that's it for me. Thank you for listening.
Yeah, thank you so much for listening. As always, you can check us out on any podcast platforms, Google Podcasts, Apple Podcasts, etc. Check us out at Best Thing Radio on Twitter and Instagram. You can see the thumbnail that Flo creates for us every week. Also, our thumbnail on YouTube. We'd love it if you subscribe or like. If you don't worry about it. Have a great week. Watch something good, and we hope you're excited for the next special. And yeah, I think that's it. Bye bye.
That's it. Bye bye.